Hi everybody, Hipper here. Today I've got an interesting battle for you. That's really all about timing and how important it is when you play an agile cruiser like me to be able to know when to turn around and when to spot that exact moment in the match uh, where you'll be able to make a difference and hopefully win the battle. So here we are in Wichita, and we are like on the crash zone map, which is a wonderful map for this ship. I don't think you can get anything better. So as we usually do, we're heading towards the right flank to try to cap if we can, and at the same time support this destroyer. That's just very nicely following me here, and he's probably doing the same, just as I am, just seeing where we are and what's gonna happen before he's going to cap. As you can see, the battleship is staying behind, but he's not reversing. Very important. So he's in range. He can cover us, but he's in a really good position, and that's great. So what's happening now is that we are facing a bit of resistance here in Atlanta and Cleveland, and it's not really like a big problem for Wichita, but I don't want to engage too early because I don't know what else is out there, and I can see that I'm getting I'm getting targeted by more than those two ships, and I'm guessing it's not just the battleship I can see out in the horizon there. So just to be safe, I'm going to do a circle here to give myself a little bit more time. And yeah, as I thought, there's another destroyer out there, a kid. So we won't be able to attack right off the bat. We'll have to. We're a bit outnumbered here, and we'll have to head back and see what we can do further down the road. So here we are now. The enemy has taken the cap, and we haven't really been able to make much of an impact yet. But that's okay. We're only 2.5 minutes into the game, and there's plenty of time. So now we'll just see if we can get a little bit of a few shots in on this kid here, and then just keep an eye on our own destroyer. And, we don't want to leave it behind. And as you can see here now, this Bismarck out in the distance is making a move and a run for it. And he's all by himself. You can see his the two cruisers we ran into earlier, they're taking the long way around the islands. They don't have the best shells for firing from far away. They're really slow. It's not the best decision in the world. But what we really want is to just lure them a little bit closer so they overextend, and we'll do that with all three of them at one time. And as you can see, the destroyer is following me now, and my plan, I don't know if that's the destroyer's plan as well, but I'm assuming that it is to go down here and back up this battleship that the Bismarck is obviously heading for. And as you can see, we are backing up our battleship, but the red team, they're just too far away from him to help him. So that's their first mistake there. So now I'm sitting in the middle of the two flanks here, and that's also what I like to do because I'll be attracting all the shots, and with such an agile cruiser it's really hard to hit, and the battleship and the destroyer will mostly go free. So in other words, I find myself in a crossfire. I think it's an unintentional one from the the red side's because it doesn't seem too coordinated. So I'll need to take out, or we'll need to take out one of the flanks to be able to turn around and take these cruisers on. And really, right now, they're nothing more than an annoyance. Like they both have tiny guns, and they're shooting from far away. And the Bismarck is the real threat right now, so we'll have to remove him first, and then put our attention on those cruisers and that little destroyer as soon as we take him out. So now both the destroyer and myself coming down here to back up our battleship friend. Now notice I've been tanking shots for my battleship most of the way, so he's nearly full health. So there he goes. The battleship does what battleships do best and take out that Bismarck for us. And now we can, now is the critical point where we can focus on one flank, and which we are all doing. And I'll say I'm not divvied up here or anything. These two players here just we're just in a really good sync, and we know exactly what the others are thinking, and that's a huge help. So now I'm taking on this Helena, and by the way, it's a Helena, it's not a Cleveland. Sorry, I misspoke before. And like I said before, a Helena and Alaska, not an Alaska, an Atlanta, two tier 6 cruisers who have really slow gun ballistics is not really a problem at all. I see the battleship is helping out as well. So now suddenly they're not having as much fun anymore. They thought they would be able to encircle us and have a bit of their fun on their own. And you can see this guy here, he's starting to hesitate, thinking perhaps this wasn't the best idea ever. And it certainly wasn't.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
So we take out the Helena here while dodging shots, and that little annoying kid is still on our tail, and we'll deal with him later. First we need to get that Atlanta out of the way. They're hiding, or trying to hide behind an island, but we're onto him, and he's next. And there we go, he's definitely regretting going this way now. But also it is a very unfair fight. A tier 7 Wichita against an Atlanta and a Helena, it's not really nothing spectacular in that. So now we're going to go around this island here and hopefully find that annoying kid that's hiding around here somewhere. We have our radar ready, we haven't actually used any at all. So it's just a matter of time until we get spotted, and then we'll just head a little bit closer, and then we'll pop the radar and see if we can't see him. Actually, there he is. We don't even need our radar. Now we're moving around well here and using that agile build to get the rear guns into action as well, while we're still closing the distance to this destroyer here.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
So here we go. The flank is ours now, and it's all due to the fact that we didn't get too eager in the beginning, and we didn't overextend, and we didn't give that Bismarck the broadside it was looking for, and we didn't fall for that crossfire they set up in the beginning, intentional or not. But just mostly note the tactics employed here is not so much that we fought off tier 6 on one flank. That's less impressive. It's more what I did here. That like in the beginning we attacked and then we circled back, did a few circles to first of all make the enemy overextend, and also lure them into a false sense of security that we have like decided to run away, and that's definitely not the case.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And here in the end, we'll just make ourselves useful, trying to help the others hunt down this last destroyer here that's hiding somewhere in this area up here. And there we go. The battle is won. And it's not a particularly impressive battle. We didn't do a lot of damage, but we played the objectives, and we helped out our team, and we used the timing to mount the offensive at the right moment, regardless of the enemies being T6s. Anyway. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this little example of battle timing, and as usual, I hope to see you on the battlefield.